ready? We ready? I don't know. And we are here. The ladies of Rewatching Wine. And I'm Rhea.
Treva.
Champagne.
And Lynn.
And we're here doing our thing. We're doing our thing in the new year. Happy 2021 to you.
Hey, hope it's better than 2020. Let's hope.
We are drinking tonight. I am drinking. Halfway through already. Stella Rosa Ruby Rose Grapefruit. This is good.
Say that again.
Stella Rosa. Ruby. I said ruby red. Stella.
Like Stella Rosa Ruby Red.
Stella Rosa Ruby Rose Grapefruit.
Got it.
Yeah, this is good. Seriously, on a good. This is really good. So, we're bringing to you our book to movie adaptation conversation of. Do you want me to say it? Do you want me to say it?
Yeah.
Enola Holmes. Whose pick?
Yes.
Of course,
No.
it was
Of
yours. It was absolutely your pick because anything that's slightly juvenile.
Love it. Love it.
At least Lynn picked the tween adult. Usually, you went all the way to the left.
No, this is you can't. Somebody too young couldn't understand this book.
That's true.
Yeah, no, this is well beyond tween. But it's how'd you guys like it? How'd you like the book?
Well, first, it's the first book in a series of 6. The first book came out in 2006. The last book came out in 2010. And the first book is what we're reviewing. And that was directed by Harry Bradbeer. I was like, beer, what? Anyways, the author of the book,
Trying to act all professional and
Nancy.
stuff.
I've done some research, okay? Nancy Springer, and the screenplay was by Jack Thorne.
Yes.
So I'm curious, are there any other movies to the series?
It has not been announced yet. I looked it up and they have not announced it yet.
Okay. Because I will say after reading this book 1 and watching the movie, there is a desire to watch additional of the series.
Yes, there is.
That is very true. I agree. I didn't know what to expect, but the book was already good. But then when the movie came on, and she was just like in your face, and I'm like, oh, I like her.
Wasn't she just like you would picture her though?
Yes,
Exactly.
it was.
Exactly.
Yeah. So,
Cheers to me.
Rhea, you get your brownie point for this book, okay? The book was good. I actually, it was nice reading it. It was easy to follow. It was a really quick read. And like I said, I feel like I may read some additional ones just because I kind of want to follow this path of hers.
Mm-hmm.
And the storyline is like her mom dynamic and these adventures that her mom were on were really, that seemed to be about female empowerment.
Yes.
God.
So I was excited to see where that was going. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, you get a star. You have now made up for that other garbage from last year.
Yeah. 100% made up for that.
Thank you very much. I told you you would love this.
Okay.
Yeah,
Are you in the now?
We were gonna like the other one too, but okay.
Yeah. She thought we were gonna like Artemis Fowl, so
Yeah. She knew we were gonna love it.
Until that trailer came out and she was like, what?
Right. She was like, wait a minute.
More to come on that one too.
What's that?
I said more to come on that one too. You know, if we start off with one, you gotta continue the series.
Oh, that's cheat code. That's not happening. we're actually going to veto any more of that particular series, but Enola, you know, we're going to embrace.
Yeah.
Right, ladies? So, I mean, what did you all think of the book?
I actually love the book. Yeah.
So the storyline.
So
for me, I think it was just cool. I mean, the story. First of all, the setting of the whole book, you know, takes you back to a climate we do not want to live in. But it really set the stage.
Well, what do you mean by the limited number of African Americans? Or
well, no, I'm just saying from the book, just the setting of the book, the setting of those times when you had to wear your corset so tight you couldn't breathe.
The women, like, okay.
Yes, and the hair pinned up a certain kind of way, and you walk and you eat and you talk, and you do not wear the knickers on your legs.
You don't wear what?
The knickers. Gosh, sensitivity training. So I thought that was interesting. That's actually what drew me in the beginning. And then, you know, the whole mystery of what happened to Mom. And then, of course, her famous brother that comes into the picture, and how they treat her and how she's treated just amongst everybody in her community and throughout the whole journey. I mean, I just thought it was a really interesting story. I don't want to spoil the end of it for folks who haven't read it yet. Read it.
We're here
good.
For.
I liked the book, and it was like really easy to follow and kind of like easy to imagine as like she was going through like the steps by step, like by like everything with meeting like different characters and me envisioning like Mycroft versus me envisioning like Sherlock. It was just, I really enjoyed the book. Like it was easy to follow and kind of flow along, so I enjoyed it.
Well, because I didn't read it at all, for some reason, I thought she was Sherlock's daughter. So I was very happy to read it. I'm like, oh, that's her brother. Because the age difference just, you know, I thought maybe she was the daughter of Sherlock Holmes. But anyway, I love the dynamics, and I loved, like, throughout the book, and then, of course, in addition to the movie, like, they just showed the dynamic between them, and, like, Sherlock seemed to be the only one that just really had some real vibrant memories of her, and just, you could see the connection early on between Sherlock and Enola whenever they had a dialogue, as opposed to the other brother who was an ass.
So this is probably one of the few books that I feel the movie overshadowed the book for me. Mm-hmm. I really can't say whether because the movie was just that good or whether it was just Sherlock Holmes himself.
Oh, yes. It was a gorgeous man there. Yes, it was.
Gorgeous man. I could not wait for him to come back. Huh?
Henry Cavill played Superman. His nice chiseled jaw.
Yes.
Ideal Superman, yes. So, yeah.
I agree, Champagne. The movie, I actually thought the movie was so much better than the book. And I liked the book. But I started off getting a little frustrated because, like, the whole way that she sort of linked up with the Duke or whatever the young man was. I don't know what it was. Yeah. The young man that they were trying. What was that?
Tewksbury?
Yes. Because the book really focused in on the fact that she looked like someone that was going to the funeral, but they added a little bit more dynamics with the train ride and all of that stuff. So I was getting frustrated, like, why did they change that? But then it went on and they incorporated what was in the book. But I don't know, they made it so much more dynamic. That whole scene with the mother in the room with all those women, and then that lecture of the African-American woman with Sherlock Holmes. Like, I loved all of that dynamic. So I'm with you. The movie was better than the book to me.
Yeah. I love the diversity. I really didn't expect the diversity, but I love that they incorporated everybody from Chinese to everybody.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I really like the book, but I like the movie better. But the only thing that I wish they did more of in the movie, was to show more of a connection between Sherlock and Enola. They showed a little bit, like when they were around the tree kind of talking, and then at the end when he was expressing to Mycroft that he wanted her to like live with him. And it was like kind of overshadowed, but not as much as it was in the book, that like every time they conversed, they had like chemistry and like memories. So that was the only thing that I would add. But for me, the movie was better than the book. And that's very rare in my case.
I think for all of us, it's very rare. But
to me, it's almost like, of course this didn't happen, but the book was really, really good. But it just, when you're reading the book and you finish it, it was really a great book. But then when you go to the movie, it's just like, oh, okay, God, there are so many ways you could have we can expand on something, after the book's written, of course. So I think that's kind of what, they thought about when they were putting it together, because it did make it even more entertaining than I already thought it was. So
yeah, because the mother appearing at the end of the movie, like, I love that, because in the book, I don't know that I fully grasp the dynamic between why she left and the fact that, I really do love you, but this would happen. Like, I didn't wrap my head around that in the book. It just kind of left me wondering. So I feel like the movie brought some conclusion to it for me that make me feel like, oh, yes, Mama. But
or in the book, in the movie, for me, I felt, because I felt it more in the book of like why she left, why she let Enola kind of like venture out on her own in the book more than did in the movie. In the movie, I was kind of just like, it made it look like, oh, well, here, I'm going to go do my thing and good luck, and I hope I taught you right how to be strong. So I felt the opposite about that.
Yeah.
I think it's because of how much they put into all of the clues and the letters. I think that she allowed her, she left her all these little things that honestly in the book, to me, it's obvious that she cared about her, that she was trying to help her through this process. But I felt like seeing it all fall into play was kind of cool in the movie.
Definitely.
But I do think that there are some parts where I was just like, oh, but I don't think Enola grasped as much of my mom really loves me in the book. I don't think it was expressed enough. I think we could read between the lines and figure that out. But I think in the movie, they made it more obvious.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Also normally, I don't like them changing the ending of the movie from the book, but I think they had to, because they would have left us hanging like they did kind of in the book. We didn't really know about where the mother was and all this. I think I would have been disappointed.
Right.
So
that's what I agree with you. I needed that. Like, I needed to hear the mama talk. Like, this is what happened. That was my self-need
or something. Be like,
right. Right. But that's why I love the end of the book. Yeah. I mean, end of the movie.
Right.
And see, I would have rather it just not happen, and then 4 books later, or 4 movies later, you kind of flash back or you find out.
Oh, okay. No, I hear what you're saying.
Add the rest of the series in.
I would agree if it was guaranteed that we were going to get the additional movies.
Oh, we're getting additional movies.
If they were already made.
But when did this movie come out?
September.
Yeah.
No, this year. I'm sorry. 2000.
Yeah, just
2020.
Oh, this movie just came out.
September.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Not speak.
Gotcha. Okay, so there's a possibility of more movies. I thought the movie was a little bit older, but okay.
No, right. I just can't.
I would put that book out the window if I had to wait. The mother again at the end.
Yeah, I'm just curious. Like, what? Is this a book that you read, or how did we get here with this book? Like, what prompted you?
Good question.
So, what I would do is tell you none of your business. Well, I am I love like mysterious Sherlock Holmes, obviously it was something that when I was younger, I absolutely loved. I love mystery. I love that. Who did it? What? Like, that is me all day long. Mm-hmm. And so, Yeah, that's why I thought it would be fun. And of course, I want to get us prepared for when we start doing more of these types of things with the youth. So just, I'm always going to be that one trying to splatter in a little something for the youngins.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know how this book got on your radar, so I appreciate that explanation. Because thank you for exposing me to Enola. Because there's no way I would have ever picked up that book.
Never.
There's more to come. Don't worry.
Oh.
Between Ray and I, there'll be plenty of those.
Exactly.
Okay.
Kill in my book.
Huh?
How did you like? Oh, go ahead, Lynn. Sorry.
No, I was saying with Ray and I and our combination of like young teen, young white, and books.
Gosh.
Also a little bit of murder, death, kill with the Stephen King. So we're always just challenging and pressing the cause.
See, I don't mind the murder and the death. I don't like the spooky and the scary and the gobblings and googlings.
And I've been fortunate because all the ones that we've chosen as supposedly horror has not been. Not for me.
Oh, don't worry. There's more to come.
Is that a challenge?
There's more to come.
Absolutely not.
Annabelle!
Much right now.
More to come.
Not
how else did you guys like some of the cast? The cast.
Oh my God. Okay, so wait. The mom, absolutely in love with her because y'all already know
And
I'm
Dora.
a super fan of Harry Potter. And she's in Harry Potter. And she fits that look. Shut up, Treva. But she's phenomenal in Harry Potter. So I love her.
That's great, but now we're talking about Enola Holmes. So
I was talking about that.
But I'm also in Sweeney Todd, and I love her. Love her. So, yeah.
Okay, now let's bring it back. How did you like her hair?
Who was she? Who was her?
How you like me now?
So Enola was played by Millie Bobby Brown, who was also 11 in Stranger Things.
She's something else. She played in something else too. We watched.
In Stranger Things.
No, I didn't see that. So it's not that. Yeah, I didn't see that. Sorry.
It'll come to her. It'll come to her. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. It'll come to her. Because this is Champagne always remembers where someone was.
I know that name.
But I loved her. I mean, she nailed that character. Like,
Definitely.
if they ever try to replace her with another one, I think we'll be disappointed. But I need them to hurry up and finish the rest of the movies before she grows up too fast.
Right.
Because I think, she is Miss Holmes.
Definitely. 100%.
It's Hollywood. They can get her young. You just snip, snip, cut, cut, tip, tup.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Okay.
So, the other brother who was an ass, I actually liked his character too. He nailed.
Who was played by Sam Claflin.
Now, do you have any notes on where he was? Because he looked very familiar, but I couldn't place where I'd seen him before.
I did not take notes on where I've seen him before, but I remember his face.
I mean, if you're going to take notes, Lynn, you gotta take them right.
You know what I'm going to do from now on?
The guy who played the bad guy, who was chasing him around on the train.
Yeah.
I thought I said this guy has to be related to William Dafoe. Oh, is that his name? He played in Spider-Man as a villain.
I'm not sure.
He got a hard face like that, and I was like, oh my God, he looks just like that guy. But he was for the little role that he did have, he was pretty good.
Wasn't he related to him? Were you able to look it up?
No, I did not. I completely did not look it up.
Oh.
Yeah, William Dafoe. He was in a bunch of stuff. He's like one of those iconic type actors.
I have to see his face.
Champagne, was it, God dang it. I thought it said Pirates of the something that other guy was in. Sam Claflin, is that how you pronounced his name, Lynn?
Yeah.
Who is that? Which one is that?
That was the brother, the rude brother.
Oh.
He played in Pirates of the Caribbean?
Yeah. I was wondering, that's not the movie you were thinking about?
He did?
thought it said Pirates of the
I'm
something.
obsessed with those movies, and I don't remember his face. Well, they all had like.
Yep, he was in Pirates of the Caribbean. He was Philip Swift.
Philip Swift? Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Oh, wait a minute. You guys, how stupid are we? Finnick.
Yes!
Hunger Games.
Finnick from Hunger Games.
Ah, yes.
Really?
Finnick.
He was
Yes.
Finnick. Yep, he was Finnick.
Okay, that makes sense now. I'm seeing Finnick right now, so I think he looked familiar.
I love the wheels turning on Champagne's face right now.
Right. Wait,
She's like,
I
Finnick.
thought it was a movie for a minute, like Finnick.
Because he's so much older now, but you can, you gotta just
He looks very different.
knock it back. But he's a very handsome guy.
Really? I didn't think
Yeah.
he was handsome.
Oh, yeah, I remember now.
I didn't think he was handsome on this
No.
movie.
He was
No, not this. He wasn't as handsome, but I think he's still a handsome guy.
He's
You guys think
handsome
Henry
guy.
Cavill is handsome? I just don't think he's handsome at all.
Oh,
Who, Sherlock?
are you
Yeah.
crazy?
Yeah.
Are
He
you
looks like
lost?
Superman.
Yes, he does.
Superman.
Are you feeling okay?
This is how every Superman looks to me.
Yes, it's supposed. No, not like that. No.
What is that?
They're always trying so hard to make that little go up just a little bit.
Just make the Superman face again. I had to get a snapshot of that one. That was crazy.
Oh my god. Oh.
Yeah.
So yeah, Sherlock is gorgeous. Henry Cavill, whatever his name is. Sherlock forever now. Superman forever. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, I just thought that man was so good looking. I don't know. He was like Jon Snowish.
Are you
Yeah.
freaking kidding me?
But I really wanted to see Robert Downey Jr. play Sherlock only because of the Sherlock movies from before. And if they tied them together, it would have made like a whole big
Yeah.
mind
Although
blowing.
I think he's getting too old, right? But I agree with you. Robert Downey Jr., he's awesome in those types of roles.
Well, yeah, there's one that already came out with him before, so I figured like I'm gonna like tie them together, but it's okay.
Maybe in the future movies they could bring him in as people start to age a little bit.
Okay.
Right. Like if Enola starts to age a little bit and then Sherlock ages. Because right now, like the last movie I saw Robert Downey in, which I think was the last Iron Man, you could see him age. Although, you know what? You're right, Rhea. They can make people younger. So, but,
Really. No.
All right, so back to this comparison here.
Pull your ears back about 7 miles. Tuck your eyelids in.
although
Make
I
a
don't
little.
care how much he ages, I think I love Robert Downey Jr. I have
Oh, I
always
do
loved
too.
I mean, from the Rat Pack, or what do you call it? The Breakfast Club Pack days. I can't remember. St. Elmo's Fire.
Yeah, he can do no wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Y'all are
So
funny.
what did you guys think about the adaptation though?
I think it was a great adaptation.
I think it was great. It was perfect for me.
I do too.
Oh, okay. I know you don't like the changes, and I know earlier
No.
you said you were okay with this one, but I was just
Fine.
checking.
Yeah, this one I'm okay with the changes.
Y'all ready to vote?
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Yes.
I'll go first.
Glass.
I've had about 3 full glasses, so that's what it gets from me.
3 full glasses. Okay, we'll make it 4, right? Full glass for me.
Full glass.
Full glass for me.
Okay, Ray, you need one more glass.
Good job, Rhea.
Celebrate. Get it all out right now, just in case.
Because you know she's gonna mess up. You know she's gonna mess up she's gonna mess up the rest of this year.
Right. Party right now.
You will never, ever, ever get a mess up like Artemis Fowl, because that was not my mess up. That was the producers of that freaking movie. And I'm praying that they try again with the next book and get it right this time.
Ray, can I just say this about this? It wasn't just the movie.
It
the book
was.
Also, I don't even know what the book was about. The book was horrible.
The next book is better. If they just would take out some of the animation.
We'll never find out whether the second book is better.
All right, so we made her read the second book of 50 Shades of Grey series. So we have to read the second book if it comes to a movie of Artemis Fowl.
Well, I'm
Just
saving my veto.
Lynn, I don't like your voice of reason.
Right now. No.
I don't like your voice of reason, and I don't know why you're incorporating it into this podcast right now.
Well, for adding a deep thinker to the group.
Thank you, Lynn.
All right.
So it gets a full bottle from us. Again, we are drinking Stella Rosa Ruby Rosé Grapefruit. Great.
Yum.
We got big things planned for this year, you guys.
Get ready.
Great year for 2001. We got a lot of special stuff ahead of us.
Get ready.
Plans and because tell you what, as soon as COVID is over, it's on.
Yes. We will be posting on our website. We will be posting on Instagram. We will have events going on. If you can join in. If you can finish the book before you join in so we can have a conversation, great. If you don't get to finish the book and you don't get to watch the movie and you can't participate in those conversations, drink something, come along anyway. Because we're ready. We're ready.
Some oxygen in that sentence. Ooh.
Hey.
Exactly.
Because we're ready. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Ray started us off with a good book this year.
Thank y'all.